Perfect, perfect. Yeah, U.S. oil looks like it's finally starting to pull back a little bit. Looks like it's found some sort of support. There is like a minor support level here that I could see it bouncing off of. So yeah, Aussie CAD will be a good one. What about Euro CAD? Euro still. Okay. What about Kiwi CAD? I like Kiwi CAD short too. And Kiwi's been notoriously weak lately. We'll be retesting the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Yeah, so we could be potentially playing the weakest against what could be the strongest for right now if oil pulls back. Dollar yen is just killing it. Killing it. No pullbacks. Dollar CAD's kinda ugly. Nothing yet. Nothing too telling. I didn't have a Kiwi CAD on my charts for a long time either. And for the most part, until we got this breakout here, this wasn't a pair I really looked at very often until we got this breakout higher high, and then I was thinking, oh, we got a nice trend change. But no, I think this is just a lower high, and now we're going to really start heading lower. There's a lot of wicks on this pair, as you can see. There's wicks everywhere, which tells me that this has kind of been the weak battling the weak, and they just keep kind of whacking back and forth. But this was a lower low, and this was a lower high after this higher high, or higher low and this higher high. So we have a daily trend change here. So this could be just keeping with the downside momentum. And the way Kiwi's been looking. I mean, most of the yen pairs are taking off right now, and Kiwi's the only one that's just kind of sitting there. This could be a long play here, but I don't like taking Kiwi on a bullish position right now. So let's start at the top here. Let's look at Aussie Swiss. So Aussie Swiss, we finally got this break here. This is a good thing, finally. It'll be interesting to see if we get if this was the retest already. What's up, Amy? But this looks pretty good. Yeah, Swiss kind of powered up with Euro. They're kind of both kicking butt right now. How's Kiwi Swiss look? Is Kiwi Swiss just getting pounded? Absolutely pounded. This was actually a decent short that I wasn't even looking at here. This is a good intraday level. Really good intraday level. We had the daily rejection, nice high test candle. Yeah, it does. How the higher time frames look. Lower low, lower high. This thing can. All the Kiwi pairs just look terrible. They all look like they're just gonna never stop going to the downside. Yeah, this was a great, pretty nice short actually. I didn't even have it on my radar though. Yeah, this looks this looks crazy. This definitely was a missed opportunity here. This was really nice. So let's see. Let's go over a couple of things I had on the watch today. First was gold. Gold still hasn't pulled back yet. I really like this one as a short for today. Just staying with the bearish momentum. There's still plenty of room to move to the daily here. And even if it comes to this support level, this previous, we'll still get out of the position before we hit that potential support. So I like this. If price does pull back, it might pull back a little higher to this level here. But I think this is a good short play. I wouldn't take it much further down than S1, but I think it's a good play for today. Even though I can't trade it, I think it's still a good potential short position. CAD yen. I don't think CAD yen ever pulled back. Nope, CAD yen just took the heck off. That's why I wanted to take this one. I was hoping for that oil pullback. But we still have plenty of room to move up to this daily here. So this can be something for tomorrow. Definitely be something for tomorrow. Now we have this nice break above this little trend line I have here. Definitely have confirmation now. So now we can adjust our fib. It's probably going to go up, at least R1, retest the previous highs. I'm gonna get any sort of pullback on this, and I'd be more than happy. It could just come up, hit R1, come down, retest here, and then take off. That's a possibility too. I think this is our next stop on this. Something around here. I think this one has a lot of potential to the upside. I like it. Assuming we get some sort of pullback to structure. To take it long off this level, I'd really need to see a really good rejection because price could potentially pull back and retest. Where's the 4 hour? Yeah, I really like this today. It didn't pull back, unfortunately. But hopefully this will be a good play for tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't really have much else. I have pound South African rand as a potential APL, assuming it ever gets up there. I really like the higher time frames on this. So weekly does look a little sketchy. It has these like tweezer tops rejecting. You can see this is like a break, a break and retest of this. But the thing that got me interested is that we had these weekly tweezer tops here, and really no momentum at all, which was kind of signaling to me that this could be like a potential inverted head and shoulder pattern here, and price could start moving. So I wanted to look at the the daily chart. Daily chart looks pretty good. Daily chart, we have this nice breakout. We got our higher high, and now we have our nice higher low. We have the daily here, the 382. I like it. I think it has a ton of potential to the upside. I feel like this is finally one of the pound pairs that we could get in at the very bottom here. We'd be getting in on the first higher low, and I mean ride this all the way up to at least the weekly 50, at least to like the top of these, up to these tops. I think would be a good play. Maybe see what happens at the weekly EMA. But I think this has a ton of potential, and especially if it ends this week with like a low test or even like a bullish low test because we get some confirmation. I think this has a ton of potential. But we just need that 4-hour break. Once we get that, this is basically a stop clipped APL, as all this right here is just a wick on the daily. So as long as I'm below these bodies right here, I feel pretty good with this stop. But we just need that break, assuming we get it. And that's all I had on my list today. Amy, you have anything on your list for today you want to take a look at? Amy. Good to hear, Amy. Good to hear. If you don't feel like you know what's going on, Stay the heck away. Let price action tell you what it's doing first. I think that's the best thing you can do. I can talk a little louder. I'm kind of mumbling. Yeah, this was a nice high test today. Definitely, you would have just gotten triggered in if you took it as a swing trade. And it's a nice potential head and shoulder pattern, and you have a lower low. So you have a lower low, lower high. This does have good potential. We do have the double top. Yeah, I think this is going to give a really nice trade for today. I do. I do see it as head and shoulders. I see it as trend change and a head and shoulder pattern. I see it as price finally coming down and forming a lower low, and then forming a lower high. And we do have this nice double top, and now we have the first lower high. This was a nice, definitely a nice move to the upside, but we're also getting some nice deceleration here. We did have a nice. This could be just a short-term pullback, and price could end up stalling out right here and then finally breaking to the upside. Because this was a lot of momentum that came in. I guess it's just. I think it's more up to what U.S. oil is going to do. Hey, what's up, Ben? It'll be interesting to see what happens with U.S. oil. If U.S. oil breaks this trend line, then yeah, Aussie Cat's just going to shoot through the roof. But if it does end up holding and this ends up being a lower high, it'll be interesting to see how much of a pullback we get. But as of right now, this is going to cause a lot of CAD strength. We might not even get a pullback on this one. This one might just keep going, unfortunately. Definitely see dollar peso coming up to retest this level here. It could also be a really good short play right here also. This is a pretty good level here. It could definitely go up higher though and retest this and maybe form this massive head and shoulder pattern. But we do have this breakout higher high. Dollar South African Rand looks a lot like pound South African Rand. But the pound one looks much cleaner. It has a really nice breakout and it's still above the trend line. This fell back below the trend line, but you can see that it's forming this nice inverted head and shoulder pattern. And the good thing about this inverted head and shoulder pattern is that it has a higher high confirmation. So that's what I really like about this. Just waiting for the momentum to come in. You can see that this could be a huge potential shorting opportunity right here because this is a really nice level. It's still the backside of the trend line. You have the daily there, but I think it definitely has room to move up until then. But I think this is a really interesting pair. But I took this earlier and it's kind of just been sitting, not doing much. So we'll see what happens. I think the pound one will break out before the dollar one does. But I'm liking these South African Rand pairs. They're pretty cool. They've got some pretty clean price action on them. This one's interesting is that it came up and it retested the daily and now it's starting to take off. But that's just with the overall yen weakness. Man, my computer is just lagging tonight. Ooh, there we go. So let's see if we start getting some deceleration. Yeah, for some reason the internet is just I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can fix this issue real quick. Oh, it looks like it's going right now almost. Oh, looks like it's gonna go. Looks like it's gonna go. Oh, yeah. I want at least a 20 pip stop on this. So as long as this candle, if this candle closes like this, I will take this short right now. I really like this intraday level here. I don't think it's going to get much more of a pullback. If it does, I'm pretty confident it won't break my stop here. But it looks like it's going to close bearish. Oh, maybe not. Let's give it 5 more minutes. Oh, it looks like Aussie Kiwi is really taking off. Is the audio any better now? Has it improved at all? I feel like my internet's being faster now. Cool. Aussie Kiwi's just killing it. Killing it. Good, good. Aussie. 102207. No, I have too many computers up and running, or too many computers up connected to the Wi-Fi right now, so I decided I would shut a couple of them down. Well, we're definitely getting deceleration here. It would be nice to actually have it break above a little bit, and then once we get the break down, that would be even better confirmation. Yeah, this is definitely a good level right here. Come on, Aussie Cad. So monthly has this nice double top, monthly high test. Maybe it just needs the momentum to go down now. Yeah, we definitely could retest the 1 hour. Let's look at US oil real quick. Yeah, me too. Yeah, pivot's in a an odd place for sure, but this was all this was all news. I bet tomorrow the new pivot will be right here, and it will kind of be like a half a day behind for a while. I think. I honestly don't. I'm not too sure. Well, this thing is just not doing much of anything. Just to sit. Nope, don't like that either. Did anyone take Aussie dollar earlier? Ben, did you take Aussie dollar? I know you're already in Kiwi. Oh, did you end up getting it in time? Or did it just start moving on you? Yeah, I don't blame you. If I saw a price start jumping up like this, I would be pretty hesitant to place a trade after that. Is pound Aussie finally forming a potential double top? Maybe we're gonna put a double top and finally get a pullback on this finally. That's good. That's good. It's good to. You don't feel like you missed out though, do you? You felt like you made the right decision. This was interesting. 2 minutes and I will take this. Really? That's not good. All right, this is looking pretty good. 40 seconds. All right, that's convincing for me. Yeah, if we get it close like that in 9 minutes, that'll be a nice high test. I've always used the FXCM app. I've never had an issue with it. I don't have FXCM anymore, but I actually still use my FXCM app just to chart on because I like it so much. Yeah, exactly. I use the OAND app to place orders. I just don't like the charting on it. It doesn't feel very friendly. The spreads are pretty high on OAND. The spreads can get pretty crazy. Yeah, I wasn't too worried about the news with that one. That one just because we're playing the weekly momentum. I mean, eventually price is going to have to pull back a little bit at some point, and I could see a retrace back down to these levels here. But I love the weekly chart. The weekly chart, this breakout higher high, this nice low test. I mean, this looks like it's just this is gonna be the first move. You can even just measure that up to these highs here. I could definitely see price coming up to test these highs. So we'll see what happens. It has a lot of potential in my eyes, but we'll see. Did your Kiwi dollar trade close out in profit already, Ben? I know it's got to be pretty darn close. Oh, good for you. Good management. Very good management. This thing is falling off a cliff now. Very good management. Kiwi, man. I'm glad to see everyone's taking advantage of the weak Kiwi. Oh, we're starting to get some movement. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so what would you have to see in order to close the position at this point? It would be nice if the 4 hour was further down. The 4 hours further down, I think trailing a stop just above the 4 hour would be kind of cool. Gotcha, gotcha. It's a pretty sloppy looking trend line, but I think it illustrates the. That was a good trade, Ben. Definitely a good trade. You have the weekly, the daily, all the EMAs lined up right there. Everything was there. I think the 4 hour was there too, right? Right at like 70, 50. Close enough. Oh, did you take it kind of like an APL once it broke the 4 hour? Let's have a look. Excellent. Excellent trade. Very beautiful trade. Yeah, this thing's gone. See you later. I think those are his buy arrows and sell order and sell arrows. I think the green indicates higher lows, and the other the yellow or the reds indicate lower highs. I think it's just an easy way to keep an eye on the trend direction. Post a picture of your Aussie Swiss chart, your daily Aussie Swiss, Ben. That was a really good chart. I think you'll like it, Dimitri. It's very clean. I like the way he's got his little arrows everywhere. It's pretty sick. He definitely has his own style of charting, and it's pretty impressive. Yeah, that's some great charting, man. That looks phenomenal. Way to keep it simple, so you can just spend a couple minutes looking at it and already know what to expect. It's very clean, very clean. I like it a lot. Not overcomplicating things. Right? Yeah, if this fails, uh-oh. Especially if this fails and this starts crossing below this one. Oh man. Bye bye US dollar. Ooh, that's interesting. That just shows that Swiss is stronger than CAD right now. Swiss is tough. And that's why Kiwi Swiss is just getting its butt kicked all over the place. Yeah. Who's winning in the Euro Swiss battle? Probably Euro, huh? Whoa, look at that breakout. Yeah, very ugly. There's just not a lot of movement. Good, good, for good reason. This is just a crap pair. I'd rather have these weird exotic pairs that actually move than. Yeah, we did like a short one, like a 30-minute one. There wasn't much going on. There wasn't really anything to even talk about yesterday, unfortunately. But it was an Aussie holiday yesterday, so a lot of people had it off. What holiday was it yesterday, Amy? Should adjust this order. Looks like gold's not going to pull back. relative to this high here. This price came down, it kind of double bottomed there, and then it formed this high and then got rejected. And you can put a little line in here, kind of around this level. It is kind of forming like the same thing on Aussie Kiwi, where it is trending down. It does have a bearish trend, but we do have this nice bottom here finally that I think will lead to an upside push after we got the higher high. Kind of similar to the Aussie Kiwi weekly chart, where we finally had that breakout higher high, and now we're just retesting the backside. This one is much more bearish, and the weekly chart doesn't really help. But I just see it as no momentum after these nice candles here. And you can see that once price came up, if you look at the 4 hour, the 4 hour has been respected very well actually in the past. It's pretty well respected on this pair. And look at the bearish momentum that came in after the rejection. It came in and immediately was stopped. That's telling me that there's buyers in this market. Yeah, I'm not even putting a limit on this one. I'm not going to cap this to a standard 2%. I want this one to play out. This one looks pretty good. The monthly chart looks pretty awesome actually. It's just a big old break and retest on the monthly chart. Last month close is this nice bullish low test type candle at the 618 retracement. I think this has a ton of upside potential. That's a good thing, Amy. I reset my charts all the time, maybe once a week, maybe twice a week if I get bored, and draw them all in. Pretty soon it's going to be super simple to draw them in. You're going to know exactly what levels where. It's good practice. I honestly think it's great practice. It's a pain in the butt, definitely, and it can be time consuming. But I have a lot of fun redoing the charts. Sorry to hear that. I hope you get it figured out pretty quick. Well, I think that's all I got. You guys got anything else you want to go over? I'm pretty happy with the Aussie cab position. We'll see if my pound South African rand position ever gets triggered in while I go to sleep. Euro Aussie, Euro CAD. I'm scared with these pairs right now. They're just, I don't have any structure on them. They're just kind of taking off. This one could potentially double top. Maybe we'll get a double top here and price will start to fall. I'm going to need to see a ton of deceleration before I even attempt that though, just because this thing's been skyrocketing. Ooh, how do I do that, man? Ah, really? Thank you. Thank you. Learned something new. Oh, that. Oh my gosh, I feel. uh, beautiful. Beautiful. That is so much more convenient. And to think I was doing it the slow way the entire time. Thank you, man. My life has gotten so much more efficient with your guys' tips on TradingView. All right, that's all I got for tonight. You guys got anything else you want to go over? Just call it an evening and let our Aussie CAD position bank us some money. Cool, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, I am an Aussie CAD. Oh, that's too bad. Um, just you could just wait for a retest of the 5 minute. That's always an option. Sometimes price will just come back right to the entry again and retest it before it falls. Yeah, definitely don't chase it, but at the same time, if it does start to pull back, I mean, even if it pulls back to right here, if it comes down and pulls back to right here and starts to fall, I mean, what's that? It's like 5 pips or something. Like that's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. So at this point, you're not chasing it. You might get the retest right here. It might just do this ranging thing for a minute before it falls. You got this. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. See ya.